Welcome. In front of me I have the GARMIN Forerunner 70, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the watch itself and just give you my first impressions of it. Okay, so let's just get straight into this. Packaging is just typical GARMIN packaging, so nothing really out of the ordinary. Now, in here we get paperwork. No one cares about that. And we get a watch itself. And the awful cable for charging. I'm saying awful cable. It's more like the awful port that is used to actually charge. But I'm going to talk about that in a second. Okay. So here's our watch. Let me just peel that off. There we go. And see, I think I should be able to turn it on without needing to connect it. Yep, there we go. So one of the first things that stands out to me when holding it is its weight. It is super light. It's coming at about 40 grams. So that strap itself also doesn't really add too much weight to it. It's using a silicone one. Obviously you can swap out for any other strap, as it is using 20mm straps right here. Let me see, I think that's 20mm, right? Yep. No, oh, wait, whoa, it's actually not. I think that's 18. Come on. Right? Oh no, never mind, it is 20. Okay. So yeah, it is 20. I'm comparing it to mine, as I do have 20 on here as well. So, you just put that back on here. And you can see, because of the standardized straps, you have also these quick releases, and you can swap it out, for instance, for a strap like this one, or any other one that you can buy at basically any place almost that has anything to do with watches, or just online. No, I don't want Elenica. I'm not going to be using Greek. There we go. Yep, that's what I want. English, cool. I'm actually not going to be going to the setup. First thing that I do want to criticize right here is the fact that GARMIN is still using this awful piece of shit of a cable or charging port. So in itself this isn't that bad, but let's be honest, magnetic ones that just kind of, you plop it on a puck and you charge it like that are much better than needing to freaking plug this in and then do this stupid motion of plugging it from the bottom like this. Yeah. Perfect. What is this? A Apple Magic Mouse? So I genuinely despise this. It seems like a piece of shit design right here that could have been swapped out a long time ago. But it is what it is. It's GARMIN. It seems like they refuse to change something that is clearly bad. Anyway, we have 1.2-inch AMOLED display, which is also touch display. And we also have the 5 different buttons right here, which you can navigate this device or this watch fully through those buttons or through the display. Buttons are good that you can navigate through them, as if you're swimming, touch display doesn't really operate too well when water is in contact. So you can always navigate using your buttons even underwater when snorkeling or stuff like that. Which this device comes with a 5 atmosphere water resistance, which puts it somewhere around 50 meters in depth. So you can dive with this up to 50 meters and should be fine. Now, when it comes down to the battery life, we're looking at up to 13 days in smartwatch mode, up to 23 hours with GPS mode, and up to 16 hours with using all GLONASS satellite systems. That's basically for tracking as well. And that is going to be 3 different things like GPS, Galileo, and GLONASS. And then we have 28 days in battery saving mode, so you can get nearly a month if you basically get just the time on this device. So anyway, based on the name, you can probably guess who this watch is catering towards. It's literally called Forerunner, so it's for running people. But it's not exclusive to those, so you can use this for plethora of different things. You can obviously buy this even if you don't run. It still has sport modes and tracking for different things, but it's going to have the most kind of features associated specifically for running and trying to coach you on how to run better, with monitoring different things, like for instance your speeds through the GPS and other things, as well as your heart rates and other things that would let it understand on when you're getting tired and how you're running, and try to give you some kind of tips on how to improve your running and maybe, you know, help you run faster and longer. So anyway, that's about it. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.